We have Detroit Diamond in the building. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing extremely well. And if you want to introduce yourself as well in the middle.
Kyle, introduce yourself, gang.
Kyle, introduce yourself real quick, man. You gotta steal her microphone temporarily, yes.
Gang, it's Devon. You can follow me on the gram at official Devon, also known as King Kenju, Papi Chulo. I got the light.
Yeah.
I got the light. Yeah, that's gang now.
Yes. Girl, how long have you been making music for? How long have you been an artist?
I've been doing music really my whole life, like since I was a kid, but seriously as an artist for like 3 years.
Cool.
Yeah,
How did it all start? What was the moment that it flipped and you needed to get in the studio and record yourself?
So in 2014, my brother got killed.
Oh, sorry.
And he was a rapper. So when that happened, I was going through a lot. Like, I was in college, I was playing basketball, a lot of depression and stuff like that. So basically, just getting back into music was like a tie to him. It was very therapeutic. So I just started writing like heavy. I started doing a bunch of like covers, freestyles and stuff like that. And once I started doing it, everybody was just like, you need to rap for real. Like you got it. So I just, I had moved from Florida and I came back to Detroit, which is crazy. But yeah, I had started doing the ciphers at the radio station, 107.5 or whatever. And that's how I really got bubbling for real.
Let's rewind a little bit. Now you were out in Florida for a little while.
Yeah, I went to college out there.
Oh, were you born in Detroit?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit.
Talk a little bit about growing up in Detroit and how it kind of reflects on your music.
So I came from a single parent household, just my mom. Tough, like we stayed in the hood, Plymouth area, really my whole entire life. Grew up, no gas, lights, hot water at all for real, like until probably like 9th grade year of high school. So basically my whole childhood, I was like in the slums, like just trying to figure it out. So a lot of the stuff that I talk about, well, pretty much everything that I write in my music is real life situations. So, yeah, man, I got real life motivation and inspiration to want to get the fuck out of here and make it for real. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
What age was it where you kind of took a conscious effort to take control of your life and kind of move from the poverty that you were a part of?
I feel like I've always tried to do it, even while navigating through it. Just because, I don't know, I was just always different. I just knew that I didn't want to be like people that I seen, like growing up, like the other side of the family or whatever, just like people that I know that was like drug addicts or alcoholics or just living bad. I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be somebody living in a nice fancy house with everything that I want. So, me playing basketball is what was my ticket out, really. So I got a full ride scholarship to go play Division I basketball. So that's how I actually got out of my situation.
Basketball for women right now is, WNBA is probably doing as good as it's ever done. And you can see that it's really something people can get motivated toward and take approach it with respect now, right?
Right.
So for you, was it something you knew was going to come? Did you work at it, or did it just naturally occur where it's like, I'm playing basketball, I'm good at it, and they decided to pick me out?
Yeah, it was pretty natural for me because my mom played.
Oh, was she professional?
No, she played like to high school. She went to college for like a little while, but then she had me like right when she got there for real. So it didn't really last, but it was just in my genes. And once she seen that I was good at it, like I really started playing at like 3.
Oh wow!
So
you can hoop?
Yeah, like I can hoop for real.
Like for real? Like,
no, yeah, like
okay,
for real.
Cool.
For real. So.
Oh yeah, bring that closer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
she pretty much like put the ball in my hand, and she was just like, once she seen how good I was, then she was pushing me. I was in all type of camps and just focused on like, oh yeah, you about to get school paid for and get out of here with it. So
when you look back at growing up in Detroit now, you said it wasn't like the best of experiences. Does a closeness within the family make it easier, or was there something else that kind of helped you get through all of that?
even with my living circumstances not being so good, my childhood was still good. Like I still, grew up with my cousins and was at grandma's house and everything and had good times. I just feel like it was just a lot for a kid to be going through, like that a normal kid might not go through. So, but yeah, my family was very supportive and always, made sure that I was good when I was growing up. So.
But a lot of people grow up and they don't even realize what they had gone through was, it's not of the norm to some degree, and they reflect on it. Were you at that age knowing things were not normal?
Yeah, only because when I would go to other places, like when I would leave from my house and go, down the street to my grandma's house, it was totally different because, they had heat, they had hot water. I could wash my clothes and stuff. Like everything that I was supposed to be doing in my household, I did at my grandma's house. So, and then, just like having friends at school or friends around me. And when they say like, yeah, we doing this or we having a sleepover, I could never have nobody come spend the night at my house. Like, because what you gonna do? Like we boiling the water to wash up and, like got the oven on, stealing power from the house next door to turn the lights on. It's so crazy. One year I literally remember I came home from my grandma's house and it was like around Christmas time and my mom was like, I got a surprise for you. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm walking in the house, she got my eyes covered and then she took my hand, like her hands off my eyes and the lights was on in the house. And I'm like I'm happy because I'm like, damn, like the power working, like okay, but I just feel like that's not supposed to be a surprise, like for a kid, like that's not normal.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like she had to survive. Like I guess it was, I don't know what was going on like in my mom's life for us to be in that situation. I just know that she was trying the hardest that she could, with what she had. Because my dad wasn't around. He wasn't helping out. Like, she was just doing everything herself, so.
Wow. Yeah, people take that for granted, like the light they can have around them, and you got accustomed to not even needing it.
Right.
And that must have been very, like, a crazy moment for you. Now, the moment you start taking control of your life, I'm assuming it was easier once you got the full ride and you got to kind of live with a little bit of security to some degree.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, 9th grade, we had actually moved to another house, and everything was how it was supposed to be. Like had lights and power and everything like that. So once I got to high school, my life started to change a little bit, and I knew like, okay, yeah, this is how I'm supposed to be living anyway. So just when I got to college, it was just me being, by myself, like. Literally turned into adult and adjusting on the fly. So
what was like the hoop lifestyle for a female college player? Like what was the lifestyle like for you guys?
No social time.
Wow.
Because Division I basketball is very much a business more so than anything. So wake up, practice at like 5, 6 a.m., workout, get breakfast, go to class, study hall, back to practice, and by that time you don't got much to do. Like you just need to eat and go to sleep. So we just did that over and over. So
how far did your team get?
My freshman year, we didn't win the conference. We was pretty good, but we didn't win the conference. My second year, I went to the University of Tampa. We won the conference championship there. So I actually went to 3 different colleges. So
oh wow.
Yeah, I went to UTEP first, University of Texas El Paso, and then I went to the University of Tampa, and then I graduated from University of West Florida.
When you're going through these, what was it? Were you like a starter?
Hell no.
Oh damn.
Cause that's what I'm saying. In
college,
you still
got the ride. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
right?
in colleges it's about politics. Like if you're not from there. Like some schools, that's how I was. I feel like when I was in Texas, they played only the girls from Texas.
Wow.
Or the girls from overseas because they were real tall, and we had a coach from overseas. So they got the shine. Me and the girls it was another girl from Michigan. She ain't play for real. It was some girls from LA. They ain't really play for real. So it's about politics. I came out of high school averaging like 27 and 8, and I didn't play for real.
You were 27 and 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All state, all American, like all that. They was intense. I mean, I was busting their ass. They was busting my ass. Like everybody is good in college, so it's not like you ain't playing nobody weak. But I for sure should have played a lot more than I did.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, my last college, I ain't really play that much though because that was like right when my brother got killed, and then both of my grandmas had passed away like right after them. Those was like the 3 closest people to me. So when I like checked out, like I was out of it, like depressed, not going to class. I had my worst school semester ever in my life. Like I was pretty much a straight A student, salutatorian, dean's list, all type of stuff like that. But yeah, I had ended up flunking out of school. Like I was out for a whole semester because I couldn't focus. Like I didn't even know what depression was then until like years later. I'm like, damn, I was really like fucked up, like depressed, and I couldn't function. I couldn't go to class. I couldn't do the work or nothing. And I had to basically talk to everybody at the whole university.
So the experience of losing your brother, were you out of town when that happened?
Yeah, I was at the University of Tampa at that time, actually playing in a game, and I seen a police officer come into the gym, and he like whispered something in my coach's ear, and I'm just looking like, what's going on? Me and my teammates actually like cracking jokes like, what coach Jesse done did that you feel me, the police not knowing that they're delaying a message to him about what happened in my real life at home. Like, so after the game, he was just like, we won, everybody, hype and turning up and stuff like that. And then after the game, he was like, Diamond, before you leave, like, come to my office. So I'm like, all right. And then when I came to his office, he was just like, yeah, your mom had called. He was like, do you know what it could be about or whatever like that? And I'm just like, no, like, I'm not thinking nothing crazy. My great-grandma was kind of sick at the time. So I'm just like hoping like it's not her, like nothing happened to her. So then he was like, yeah, just give your mom a call once you get in the office. So I called her and she was on the phone crying. I'm just like, what happened? And she was just like, they killed your brother. And I see it over and over, like that moment happening, like replaying, like it just seemed like it's not real. Even right now to this day, it still be seeming like it's not real that he's really gone. It's been, 8 years now? So yeah, 2014, going on 8 years. But yeah, I lost it at that moment. Just like, this is my only brother. Like he's on my dad's side, so I'm the only child from my mom. But from my dad, like we were 6 months apart. We grew up kind of like twins. Like, and it just wasn't a normal experience.
Right, of course.
For anybody.
Of course. And it kind of knocks you off your rails a little bit, right? It's hard to maintain
Definitely.
the school life while you're dealing with that. Did that obviously change the trajectory of your life to some degree, right?
All the way, completely.
Okay.
Because, like I said, he was like my everything. Like this my little brother. And what kind of made it so bad for me is at the time we wasn't speaking. And that hurt me a lot to this day because we weren't speaking because of issues that our parents was having. So he's like taking my dad's side because he's in his household. So he's like, you need to listen to what daddy's saying, this, or tell your mom this and that. And I'm like, but you not understanding. I've been dealing with it from both sides. I go to the court appearances. I know what's going on. Like, he's just telling you what he wants you to know. And yeah, we end up not talking for a few months. So it was just like painful, like that I didn't get to talk to my brother before he got killed.
how did you start overcoming, and when did the rebalance start happening for you, where you were able to kind of reorganize your life and get back to not normal, but just getting through it at that point?
It took a few years. Like I said, I got suspended from college at the time because I was failing. So during that time, I worked. I did a few therapy sessions just to see if it'll help. At the moment, I wasn't prepared for it, so I didn't stick with therapy. But the last few years, I've been doing therapy, so now it's helping me a lot more because it's just like I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning a lot about grief. I'm learning a lot about just life in general. So therapy definitely helped a lot.
Now, you said that you were influenced to become an artist because your brother was an artist as well, so that kind of helped motivate. What was like the first moments of making the music and progressing the career?
I don't know exactly what year it was. What we in, 22? So I want to say 18, maybe 2018. I was working at at the time it was Mr. Allen's, but now it's Snipes.
Yeah.
So I was working there with my best friend, and I had told him I'm about to be a rapper. like full fledged. Like he knew that I could do music and I knew that I could do music, but I'm just like, I don't want to work here anymore. Like I'm about to fully take it serious. And he was like, man, you playing or whatever. And I'm like, no, Sean, like I'm dead ass serious. So literally that day when I got off of work, I recorded a freestyle in the car and I posted it. And when I posted it, everybody was like on their comment like, hey, you still got that shit? Like, cause some people knew that I could rap from when I was younger, but they didn't think I was serious. So, just from the response I was getting, I'm like, oh shit, all right, I'm about to keep doing this now. Like,
Yeah.
And yeah, since that day, I didn't stop. So I just kept doing covers all the time. And then even when I started like fully being an artist, I never had my own music, like far as beats and everything. I was still just rapping on other people's beats, but I was killing them. So I was doing the cipher. Like I said, I was doing the ciphers at the radio station, and that's what made me make the move back here. Because where I was at in Florida, I was in Pensacola, Florida. It's not music there. It's not nothing going on that could help me. So, yeah, I had came home to visit and I heard on the radio like, yeah, they doing these ciphers or whatever, so come sign up or whatever. When I did it, I like killed it. The first day I was there, Zaytoven was there.
Oh, cool.
So I got to meet him. I rapped on I made it through the lobby. So when you make it through the lobby, you get to go rap on the actual radio. And you had to do it for 10 weeks straight. So I'm like, I can't come back from Florida every week to do this. So I kind of got to move back for a little while if I'm about to be serious doing it. So that's how I ended up moving back. And I actually started getting booked to perform from doing the ciphers. Like I got booked to perform at Wayne State. And then I did DJ BJ's showcase that he had at Foot Locker. And after that, it was on for real. So that was like 2019.
Those are like the first big steps, and obviously you're investing because you're moving back to say I'm here because of music.
Yeah, definitely.
Which most people don't have like the courage to do. So you knew you had it.
Right. Yeah. I never had an issue with moving around because like I said, I'm really like I'm the only child. I don't have kids. I've always moved. You seen I went to 3 different colleges, so it wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm scared, so I'm gonna just stay here and just deal with it. Like I'm like, hell no, if I ain't happy here, I'm about to move and go and see what this like, and I'm about to try this out. So I knew it had to be a risk for me to move back here, and I feel like it was a good thing that I did because that's what started my career. And I just like, yeah, now I'm Detroit Diamond now. Like I'm not just Diamond, I'm the artist. So
for sure. I'll talk about the music you guys have together. What have you guys been working on?
So Kyle, first of all, Kyle the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie, like he the GOAT. Me and him had did a showcase, and when I seen him perform, I'm like, this little nigga turned. Like I couldn't even be fake. I'm like, his energy is crazy. So he felt the same way about me. Like, you know, we had got each other social media and stuff like that, and he reached out to me like, yeah, I want to get you on a song or whatever. So the first song we did, it was called Evil, and I'm like, okay, like I like the vibe or whatever. So we did it. He got the studio at his house, so I just, you know, pulled up on him. We recorded and everything like that. But and Evil hard, like that's one of my favorite songs. But the recent song that we got is called Keep You Coming. It's the one, like the one. It's been on the radio. We got heavy promo from it and everything. And he just like hit me up. He just sent me the song one day, like, here, like, listen to this. And when I heard it, he already had his verse written and everything. And I'm like, dog, this shit crazy. I wrote my verse in like 10 minutes, sent it back to him, like, what you want me to do? You want me to stop or keep going? He like, no, keep going. Like, to the end of the song, just go. And literally since then, we've been locked in. I've been on tour this year, and I took him on the road with me. And every time I got a performance, he always there, making sure I'm good, hyping me up, giving me that energy. So
Kyle, we want to talk a little bit, man. Let's talk about your artistry a little bit, man. If you want to grab that microphone and talk about walking through it for you. She doesn't destroy the damn thing. You get talk about a little bit about your artistry. Walk us through, man, the timeline real quick from the beginning to where you're at right now.
Oh yeah, so basically, I started when I was like 16. So like that's when I really started making music, like seriously. It started off more as like writing poems. My big sister used to write poems a lot. So when she moved out, I'm the youngest. So when she moved out, that was like my outlet. I'm like, dang, like, what's the way that I can like release? And I'm like, well, that's what she used to do. So I started writing poems. Went from poems to songs. So started writing I wrote a song for my high school that got put on Channel 4. Wow. It was like, basically every in March we do like this thing called March Careness, and it's a fundraiser to help for like people in need. Wrote that song when I was in 12th grade. By the time I was in 12th grade, we had been making music since like 10th grade. Me and shout out June Lee, that's my brother. We've been making music. So by that time we had a class. Yeah, we had a class and that they made an audio production class for us. So we kind of learned how to use Pro Tools a little bit. After that, I went to Macomb Community College for not one semester. And while I was there, I was writing music for them too. So we went to like other high schools. It was basically like for kids who didn't know if they wanted to go to school or not. We would like rap and stuff to make it seem cool to come to a community college.
Cool.
You feel me? So I got experience like performing in front of people who wasn't there for me. Because we performed at like halftime games. Like I said, we would go around to other high schools and stuff. And the kids wouldn't know. It'd be like a lecture going on, and then they'd stop the lecture, and then we'd come and perform.
Cool.
So that kind of really got me prepared to perform, especially in the city, because you know it's a tough crowd in the city.
For sure.
So that really helped me. From there, it was just making music, just like the love of it, you know. So by the time I was last year is when I actually started putting out music on all streaming platforms. So before that, it was just straight SoundCloud. Like straight SoundCloud rapper, like that was it, and sometime YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But I met.
Put out a song every Friday.
Oh yeah, I've been putting out a song every Friday. This is last Friday was the 14th week. So, but yeah, so last year was when I really started for real. I met a lot of great artists, like Detroit Diamond. Shout out Queen Michelle. That's the showcase I met her at. She came with the dancers. She was fire. I met shout out Asaka. I met him.
Asaka the Renegade, man.
Yeah, I met him when I was 18 at Crowd Freak. That was before I was even really putting out music only on SoundCloud. I met him when he had just put out his first song. So literally, like, I watched him kind of like when I was in college still and like just leaving high school. I watched him just like elevate and elevate. So he kind of been a big inspiration for me. So last year when I started, I'm like, I kind of see certain people. And it's crazy that you say that because I heard you on the radio. Like, I heard you on some of them ciphers. And it's crazy. Yeah, I actually watched one before, now that I think about it. Because you could watch it, can't you? Yeah. They got it on YouTube and shit. That's wild. Because, like, I've heard that. But, yeah, so I started putting out songs last year. And for the most part, I engineer. I think if you listen to my music, I drop a song every Friday. It's like I try to do a rap song, then like a alternative or like a singing song. So like my bag is really rap, but I love to sing. I dropped the dance hall project. Yeah, I dropped the dance hall project, More Than Summer Fling. Go check that out. I don't know which camera I'm supposed to be looking at, but that shit fire. It got Queen Michelle on it, got Socket the Renegade on it, And then I seen like oh yeah, my brother Bad Ape T, shout out Bad Ape T. But I love working with like talented artists. And when I seen her,
That's serious about that.
yeah, when I seen her, like the way she carry herself, the way she move is professional. So it's been a blessing for me to be around her. For real. I've learned a lot, in a short amount of time because of her. So when she performed, I think Queen Michelle be throwing showcase where she give away a lot of money. She was giving away like 5 bands. And Young and Destin won the 5 bands. He called Young and Destin. Shout out my dog. But I think
he had his whole family.
Yeah, dog, it'd be like his concert.
It was like 20,
like it's crazy.
20, 30 people that came for him. So it was like, it would be crazy if he didn't win.
No, it was wild.
Right,
but
because they have the sheet where they vote and all that stuff too. So
yeah, but and he fired too.
Yeah,
he got,
sure.
but that also, that's the work. He put in the work.
Right on.
Where people come see him. But I think I don't know where we came. We both came in like the top 5 or whatever. But I remember thinking like I have to work with her. You feel me? Cause she fire. So when she hopped on the first song, she came over. I'm like, okay, she can record fast. I engineer. So a lot of times niggas be garbage. Niggas be taking forever. You gotta punch them in one at a time like they fucking Easy E and shit. Like it's crazy. Like, but she can actually rap. Like she rap that shit all the way through. You feel me? You be like this gonna be easy. So then when I sit there to keep you coming, cause the evil, that's like a different bounce a little bit. To keep you coming, that's straight city vibe. That's straight like undeniable, to beat hard. You know what I'm saying? I sent her that shit, man, and she sent the voice memo back in like 10 minutes. And I remember she was just like, "Do you want me to keep going?" And in my head, I just heard DJ Khaled like, "Keep going." You know what I'm saying? Keep going. I like, fuck that. Keep going. Keep going. And then when she recorded it, it was crazy. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? She went dumb.
So hype. Like, it was babies in there turned up.
Nah,
like,
she went
hey.
She went dumb. She went crazy on that verse. She went crazy. If y'all have not heard "Keep You Coming," Kyle Devon featuring Detroit Diamond, man, check that shit out. That shit is ridiculous.
Diamond, let's talk about your milestones real quick. Talk about some of the most notable moments you've had so far in your career, stuff that stands out to you.
I would definitely say it is. It's a lot. Like it was a lot this year alone, for real. But my most recent one is just going on tour, like having my first independent tour. I have to give a shout out to B Moss because he is the one who put the tour on, and he let me and my team collab with him to go on the road. So we did like 10 cities, between like 7 to 10 cities. Like we did Brooklyn, Jersey, LA, Houston, Columbus, Detroit. We were supposed to do Vegas. Vegas got canceled, but just going on tour, like that's something that I manifested at the beginning of this year. Just saying like I want to go on my first tour. So to be able to do that, I was like, damn, okay, I'm lit. Like, you feel me? I did something.
Most people can't even go on tour in their own neighborhood.
Exactly, for real.
You're going on city to city.
Right. So
so
that was lit.
Going on tour is obviously substantial. Obviously, if it's your own name and stuff like that, and you're able to put it out there and you're selling seats and whatever, that's huge for everybody else
right.
Involved with it, especially Detroit. Now you're representative of Detroit when you come out. It's a lot of Detroit female artists trying to make it and push their career out.
Right.
Do you feel it's a competitive nature in here, or how do you feel about the nature of the female artists in Detroit?
I feel like it's competitive because it's a lot more of us now. At one point, I feel like it was just like you knew who the girls was. But at the same time, I definitely...
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you. At the right. At the same time, I feel like the girls not getting enough shine here. That's what I feel like. Like you know how all the guys work together here that's, you know, on the up and coming and they turned up. It's not the same for the girls. Like, it's not one guy that I can think of, like, that's a turned up Detroit artist that, like, reach back like, oh, I'm about to co-sign this female rapper to be, like, not even a part of my label or a part of my camp, but just showing love, like, yeah, I fuck with her type shit. So that, you know, you could just get a little bit more notoriety and let people know that you really mess with the females that can really rap in the city, because it's a lot of them that's rapping. I'm not gonna say no names, but they just rapping because they just rapping, or they cute and, you know, or they popular so they can sell shit. But
like 3 years ago, I got in like some serious ass trouble because I was doing music reviews and I was reviewing a female artist that was terrible, and I made like a statement. I said like, all right, man, listen, a lot of these female artists just need to go ahead and start an OnlyFans at this point, guys. All you're really selling,
that's you being you, man.
Yeah, all you're really selling is your sex appeal at this point. And if you really want to sell sex appeal, then, you know, you don't have to be a rapper to do that. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't have to, but you can win off doing it.
You can use it as a component to being an artist.
Like, I'm not knocking the girls who do it because they just that give them a level up. Like, if you can just make songs talking about sex and your body and it work, it work. I ain't knocking nobody, but I'm just saying, like, the girls who can rap, like, we need to be seen so niggas can know, like, these the ones that y'all need to be putting the money behind because they can really rap, especially if you got a package. Like, I feel like I got a package. I can rap. I write songs. I've wrote songs for some of these people's favorite female rappers and some guys.
Fire.
So, and then, I mean, I gotta look like I'm chill, I'm cool. I got a dope little personality, so I feel like, nigga, like, come on, bro. Like, y'all gotta see me now. Come on now, y'all be acting like y'all see me, but y'all see me type shit.
I feel that. Now walk us through a little bit more of the milestones, things you know, you're doing tours and stuff like that. What else kind of is notable to you?
I mean, I guess, you know, getting some exposure from like labels and like people that's in the industry that, you know, you would be like, okay, I seen like Lil Baby and QCP and stuff, like they be tapped in. Shit.
What's your interactions with them? Like, what, did they just like reach out to you sometimes, or like
they so at one point it was like a representative, a guy that was claiming to be a representative of their camp reached out and was saying that they wanted to sign me, but it was on like some fluke shit.
Oh shit.
So that was kind of disappointing because I do really love like Lil Baby. Like, if I could sign to anybody, it would be Lil Baby or T.I. Like, they're my favorite artists of all time.
Really?
So yeah, but they just like watch my stories or sometimes like repost stuff or whatever like that. So you can just tell that they paying attention, but it ain't never been like no dialogue like, yeah, I want to work with you, but I'm manifesting it, so it'll happen soon.
For sure. Well, from winning these, you know, Cypher challenges, you're going on tour, you know, you're trying to build a name for yourself in the Detroit rap scene. You know, do you feel like you're at where you deserve? I know you were just saying a minute ago, like, you know, female artists need more shine, but do you feel like you're getting the reciprocation you deserve at the point, as much as work as you put in so far?
Yeah and no, because, you know, because of the time that we living in, everything is kind of like instant. Like, you kind of want it to happen faster. Like, yeah, I've been rapping for 3 years and I've been doing a lot in that 3 years, but it's a lot of people who've been rapping for 10 years and 15 years and they ain't on. Like, I mean, just speaking about Detroit rappers in general, like Vezzo and Peasy and all of them, like, they just now getting they just do, and they've been rapping forever. So it's like, you gotta be patient at the same time, but you still know your worth. Like, okay, I still should be getting a little bit more exposure or, you know, a couple more opportunities, but it's all God's timing, and when it happens, it's gonna happen.
Are there any collaborations that really stand out to you? If you worked with anybody that was really just like appealing to you at the time?
I mean, Kyle for sure. Tree Live, man, me and him, like, we got like undeniable chemistry. Every time we go to the studio, like we make a song, we don't plan it. Now that's new to me because I normally get the beat from somebody, and I write the verse and then I just go record it. Me and him been coming up with stuff on the fly, and it's been heat. So now we working on a project that we about to put out. It's coming soon, but it's called 3P. So Tree Live for sure. Gotti Bravo, Rob Moss. These are like great artists that I've worked with in Cali. And just super talented R&B singers. My producer Swole, like just a lot of people that I done worked with. That's super dope. But I haven't really collabed with too many. Shout out to Big Court too. Yeah, Big Court. She on my song Drama Remix. So shout out to the gang. Yeah, she hard.
When you finish writing the book for your whole story, what do you want that book to? What message do you want that book to give to people, and how do you want the book to end?
It's funny that you asked me that because I'm actually writing a book. I've been writing a book since 2012, but just because so much been going on in my life, it's like, damn, like, I don't know, it could be multiple books at this point. But I would just basically make a story about overcoming, like, life in general, because I went through so much. And to be where I am today, alive and healthy and doing stuff that I love, like, I feel like anybody can do it. One of my biggest inspirations my entire life has been LeBron James. And I just always looked up to him and his story because it was very similar to mine. Like him growing up with just his mom, playing basketball, and becoming a billionaire. Like he created generational wealth for his kids, grandkids, going on along, like down the line. So I just always looked up to him, and I kind of want my story to be like his.
Very beautifully put. LeBron James is a legend too.
For sure.
LeBron James is inspirational as hell, man.
Yeah.
LeBron James has done more for freaking, man, I'm not even going to get into that. It's too political. LeBron James is a damn legend. People hating on him, but people hating on LeBron James is crazy.
You know, you can't be the greatest without getting hated on. Like,
facts.
That's just kind of impossible, for real. But
I'm not shit. People hate on you and they secretly fuck with you. I've had somebody tell me that. I've had a person, like, literally, I walked up to him, he's like, bro, I don't fuck with you, but I fuck with you. I'm like, man, what the fuck
like
is that?
You weird.
What are you talking about?
Nigga, you too weird.
Yeah, like, I respect what you're doing is, I guess, what people are trying to say. But at the same time, they just, maybe the jealousy or resentment or whatever, the fact that they couldn't do what you're doing sometimes it bothers people. Right, they want to be
in your position sometimes, or they just hate to see somebody else shine and it ain't them.
Exactly. Well, listen, it's been awesome having you guys on. You want to tell everybody how they can find you on social media?
Yeah, y'all can find me at Detroit Diamond. I don't know which camera, but at Detroit Diamond. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn, I don't think I have even looked at this.
You don't have to look at the camera.
That camera, yeah. But Detroit Diamond on all social media. We got underscores before and after. I'm working on a lot of big projects.
Talk about these projects coming up. You got a film coming out?
Yeah, I'm working on this movie called Consignment. Black Chapo, he the go for this. Like, he done got damn near everybody in the city to be a part of it. So it's gonna be heat. I'm in the movie too, by the way, just so everybody knows. I'm in the movie. So y'all gotta make sure y'all tune in and see my boy go
You're gonna
crazy.
see it. I'm wearing the same clothes right now in the movie.
Dog, yeah. But,
what other projects do you got coming up besides the film?
It's another film that I'm a part of too called City God Forgot About. And that's produced by Young Ra, and Jamal Woodard is in it. The guy who played Biggie, he's in it.
From the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And some guys from The Wire, Trey Chaney, they're in there. A lot of dope people. So I'm working on a couple of big films this year, and some TV shows. I'm doing some behind the scenes work. So yeah.
Cool. Kyle, what about you? What do you got going on?
I remember she told me she was writing a book. I'm like, man, she doing everything, bro. You can follow me once again on the gram at official Kyle Devon. And yeah, every Friday we drop a song. I can cuss, right? Every motherfucking Friday. Every Friday. And then Kyle Devon on all streaming platforms. That's what I got going on. It don't stop.
That's fire. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. I hope that your career has blossomed into a wondrous mold of just legendariness, and With the films that you're doing and the music, I like how you said T.I. because you noticed T.I. broke into films too.
Yeah,
like his music
for
was
sure.
legendary, and then he broke into movies, and the motherfucker can act.
Yeah, for sure.
T.I. is one of the only rappers that can legitimately act. But that's awesome that you brought that up. Kind of following what's going on now that artists are putting themselves in all categories, not just music, but they're putting
Right.
themselves on films and more podcasts and more TV shows and more stuff like that. You look at yourself at the end of the day being a rapper, or what do you look at yourself being as, if you could categorize it?
I'm just an entertainer. That's what I say for the most part, because I rap, I act, I model. I have a lot of business. I'm an entrepreneur, so I have my own cleaning business. I got a cooking business. I make merch. Shit, sometimes I do hair on the side, like whatever. I'm just like a hustler all around. So shit, if I could just label myself as a hustler, that's what it is for real.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm an entertainer.
That's fire. Hustler and an entertainer.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. High Low Visuals and shooting these productions for us. We're at Parallel Sound Studio. We're out. Peace.
Peace.